Welcome to the company, where we have good company at the company. Today, I have a co-host, Chef Ray. I don't know if you guys seen him before, around here in Sac. And then our guest today is DJ Kemisst. Welcome, guys.
Thanks for having us, bro.
So
first.
Yeah, same here.
My first podcast. So.
Well, technically, you'll be a little host today because me and Ray were doing some business earlier, so
yeah,
I just had him tag along with me, and now we're here. Got a little too lit before.
Yeah, those old fashions kind of got to me. That was like breakfast for me.
Yeah.
Four old fashions.
Yeah. Now we got Kemisst here today. You want to introduce yourself real fast?
Yeah, sure. My name is DJ Kemisst. I'm a DJ. Been DJing for, I don't know, a couple of years. Probably 10 plus.
Okay.
I don't know. It was a weird start, but
yeah,
we can talk about it in a sec.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. But how was your weekend this weekend? Cinco de Drinko.
Oh man, don't even get me started. It was a good and fun weekend, to say the least. But yeah, it's Cinco de Drinko. I mean, there was a lot of drinking involved. The worst part was that I mixed tequila and Henny. Like, that was like the worst thing to do.
I don't think mixing any alcohol.
Yeah, mixing any alcohol in general. Yeah. So yeah, that was rough. The next day, that was a Sunday, Sunday night. So Monday was rough.
Oh, I bet.
But it was fun. What'd you guys do?
What did I do?
What did you do?
What did you do?
I was in Hayward. Oh my god, it was a fucking crazy ass.
I was gonna say, you drink that much? You don't remember?
Damn near. And we shot a pod.
Was it Saturday? It was Saturday, right?
Friday we shot a pod.
Cinco de Drinko?
Oh, Friday.
No, it was Friday.
Friday.
Yeah, I shot a pod Friday.
No, I behaved. I partied Saturday. I wasn't supposed to party. I had to come back to an event Sunday.
Because you're in San Jose, right?
Yeah. And then I was supposed to just cook up and then head back home. But then as soon as I got there, they started bringing up these fancy bottles of Clase Azul. I might have said no to it. So just started from one shot, and then every time the Warriors would make a hoop, that was a shot.
Oh.
So I was like 10 shots deep, and the food wasn't even ready.
It was just like any hoop. It wasn't like a 3-pointer.
No, as long as the Warriors made a hoop, it's shot automatically. So it was like 10 dudes, and then their wives. Everybody had to take a shot. So I wasn't even done with the food, and I was already
first quarter.
My ears were feeling warm. I was like, fuck. They're bringing out mezcal, all these all these mixtures.
You know,
like how you were mixing it,
dude. Have you had that before?
crazy.
Oh, dude.
You know,
That's
like
a whole different. Yeah, it's a whole different level.
I think I just had a lot of bad experiences with alcohol. That I'm just like.
Well, you know what Scott's supposed to be sipping on, not taking shots though.
I was like.
I bet you guys were taking shots.
No, we were taking shots, mezcal, and all these.
See, when I first had mezcal, I was like 16. So I didn't know how to drink. I thought it was tequila. But then once I tried it, I was like, yo, this is not tequila.
Nah.
Oh yeah, it's like
you gotta have respect for mezcal. Which camera are we talking to? That one or this one?
On this one.
You gotta have some respect to mezcal because mezcal's a whole different demon.
Yeah. Well, let me give a rundown right now because we're trying something new today. I know in the future podcast we're gonna have like guest co-hosts come on too, guys. So this is like a little intro where we'll have Chef Ray come out here. Chef Ray, want to say something about yourself, or like what do you do?
Well, first of all, my name's Ray. People know me as Chef Ray. Little rundown about me. 27. Grew up in the Sacramento area. Let's say Foothills.
Yeah.
That was my high school. I went to Foothill High School.
Yeah, we went to high school together.
That's how we met. So I actually met his brother first, and then for some reason, Destiny told us like, "Hey, we gotta work together." So now he's been my camera guy for a few events, and now I use him every time whenever I have a big event. So
yeah, check him out.
Can't complain.
Instagram _Chef Ray.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So back to Kemisst. So man, how's your journey? How'd you started?
Dang. So I mean.
Well, one thing I was like saying is like Kemisst really brought the Latin community here, reggaeton. I mean, he's one of the most popular ones, but not really started. I know DJ LG, shout out to you.
Shout out to LG.
Another one too, right?
Yeah, Zay.
Zay, I don't know if I met Zay.
Zay's done a couple things with like Brian and Diego.
Okay.
Shout out to them too. I know they've been in the Latin scene out here for a while.
Yeah, I mean my first gigs were with Brian.
Mm-hmm.
A couple with
They go crazy.
Diego.
They grew up a lot. Like, Their parties have been getting more massive by the years.
Yeah, they've been putting in that work for sure. But well, first of all, thank you for you know.
The couple 3 shout outs.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 3 shout outs. Who was the first one?
It was Prince Harry.
Oh, yeah, Prince Harry. Shout out to Prince Harry.
And then we had Philly Boys on.
Philly Boys, yeah.
And we had Chaz on.
Chaz, my boy Chaz. Shout out to Chaz too. I just seen him this weekend.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I saw him. What was it? On Cinco de Mayo. At the day party. Actually, it was one of Brian and Diego's events.
They throw parties like every weekend.
Everywhere.
Like, you can't keep up with it.
Yeah, the Bandas and Beers. It was dope. I actually DJ'd like, it was like from 4 to 6, and then they had like a couple of bandas.
Yeah. And that's how you went straight to the Bay.
Yeah, I went straight to the Bay. I don't know why I did that.
Yeah, I mean, he was probably a little turd from that one too.
Which one? Yeah.
From Bandas and Beers. Bandas and Beers
Dude,
was
I had
on Old
to-
Sac.
That was by the river, right?
Yeah.
I didn't want to leave. I was like, yo, like I'm trying to get lit.
Should I cancel it?
Yeah, I was like, I'm trying to get lit, but I was like, nah, man, like, I gotta be responsible.
Sometimes
You
you
know?
have to be responsible.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
tell that to myself too.
But especially
like
you.
Especially
Yeah, like
nightlife,
I'm
bro.
around like alcohol, so sometimes I have to say no. First thing I do is like set up and the guests right away. Do you want a shot?
Yep.
Yeah, it's usually how
I
it
do, but I shouldn't.
Bro, there's so many times. I was just earlier. I had lunch with a friend of mine. He's a club owner in Reno, but he was down here. We had lunch, and he was like, "How was your weekend?" And then I was like, "It was dope. It was lit." He's like, "Dude, how come you don't drink with me whenever you come out to Reno?" I was like, "Dude, I'm just like, I gotta say no as much as I can, you know?"
Yeah.
Dude, it's like since you have to stay professional to
Yeah, like
so I mean at least like get it done and then afterwards just party.
Yeah.
So that's what I've learned to do too.
yeah.
Yeah, I do that too with my jobs too, because everyone's trying to give you guys drinks.
Yeah.
We're doing like a working everything else. I'm shooting pictures and everything else. Even Kevin see me. He's like, dude, they're like, oh, you want a shot? Even like at the booth, people are like, oh, take a picture, we'll give you a shot.
Yeah.
And I was like, I do 5 minimum. Until that last hour, I do another 5. So usually 10's my max, and I could drive comfortably.
10's your max.
Damn.
But that's throughout the whole night.
Yeah, throughout the whole.
Oh,
night.
that's okay.
Okay, I was like,
Well, I
10.
mean, it's a
Back to
3 hour,
back.
it's a 3-hour thing, 2 hours,
3,
3
yeah.
hours.
Yeah.
I mean, I try.
And then that leads to
Space
other
them out.
stuff.
But
After hours and stuff.
well, only after hours, I just go home and sleep. I mean,
Yeah.
go to church on Sundays.
Oh,
Stay
not
humble.
for me, man. It's just like right away. What's there to do? It's already 6 in the morning.
Demon time.
What's there to do?
Oh yeah, there was I think one time we were out one time and we didn't get home until like 5 or 6.
When was this?
A little while ago. High school days too.
Man, it's been a there's been a few long nights.
Especially this year. I feel like there's been a lot more long nights this year.
Well, yeah, definitely. He'd be like, hey, what are you doing after? Because I usually pick him up and we'll go places because I know he gets a little wild after.
I get a little wild.
And he's like, what are you doing after? I was like, nah, I got a job tomorrow.
So you're saying I should party with him more?
If you can.
I'm just playing.
I don't
I'm
party
just
that
kidding.
hard. They just become long nights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you can handle it.
Definitely.
You can get exhausted.
It does get exhausting, let me tell you that. I did, I realized that my body can't handle it anymore as much like I used to. And I realized that this weekend. So I had an event out in the Bay, and it was a long night, and I had to drive back to Sacramento and had an event that same day. So I had to gather up all these things, get everything ready, finish that event Sunday night, and just fell asleep and woke up till like Monday afternoon. So, for
Yeah,
me,
see-
I can slow it down.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the same page. I've been trying to work on like the logistics of like the gigs that I take and how I take them because yeah, like the more time goes, like my body can't take it and
You
it
lose focus on stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Like your creativity just like I was talking to a friend too. I was like, hey, like I need to calm down because I feel like the creativity juices just like aren't there. So I need to like step back and just kind of, how to say it, rethink about like my menus too. They constantly have to change. So I constantly have to bring
something
new
new.
stuff to the table, or else people are just gonna get bored of it. Oh, you brought the same thing like last time. So I gotta bring something different so the same people can hire me again and have something different at all times. Same thing for you. You gotta keep innovating with the music.
Yeah. Do you think like you have to take care of like yourself for your
Of
creativity
course.
to?
Of course, you have to.
That's one thing I've been working on.
100%. You have to take care of yourself in order for your creativity juices to be on point. If you're mentally not there, or if your mind's just like, okay, on the money and just like, oh, I'm gonna get this check this week, I'll be fine. Now if you're just chasing that check or that money, like now you're not doing it because you like it. Now you're just doing it because it just pays your bills.
You know.
So now it's just there's no creativity into it. Now it's just money, that money flow that you want.
That's true.
You know, and then from those things and creativities, I'll see from your startup. So when you started back.
Oh yeah. So when I started, I was like 15. My mom, she was like, I found this coupon to the store. I don't remember what store it was, but then she bought me like this little mixer. I had no idea what the hell I was doing, but I was like, yeah, I'll use it. I started messing around. I think I still have the original recordings of like the mixing, and it was horrible. Like I was clueless, dude. And then at the time, I was doing sports. I was like kicking for like the football team, the soccer, did track a little bit, but I was mainly focused on that. Once I got out of high school, I was going to the JC, and like just people were like, "Hey, yo, so you DJ? Like, come party here, or like come DJ here."
Would you be doing stuff for free at times?
Bro,
or
yeah.
just
I was just doing it because it was fun.
I just wanted to party, you know?
Yeah, it was just fun, and I remember I was all over the place. Like back in the day, I was going all the way up to like, what is it? I don't even know where it was, but I don't know if it's like Big Bear or something like that, the city. I don't know. It was
Big
some
Bear,
city.
that's going up towards LA.
Okay, not Big Bear. I forget what the city was.
Down.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean down there.
I can't remember what city it was, but Chaz used to like book me down like for their like formals.
Okay.
And
Yeah, 'cause it's somewhere out in the Bay.
no, like here, like so it was like somewhere going towards like Reno or something.
Oh.
Like in the mountains. I don't remember where. Dude, it was like the middle of nowhere. But anyways,
That's out on the sticks.
yeah, definitely. So I would do that for like, I don't know, $100, $200, and that was like a lot because you had to drive all the way up there and take equipment. Like I definitely didn't know how to charge, like how to do any of that. Like I was just doing it for fun. But I mean, everything kind of evolved and moved from there. I had moved out to the Bay, and I started DJing like more like professionally. I think, what was it, 2018?
2018, yeah.
2018, yeah. I had moved out to like Santa Rosa. I don't know if you guys know where that's at. Yeah, so I was out there, and one of my friends now, his name's DJ Kel, he helped me out a lot. Like he put me onto a lot of like his own gigs. Like I would open for him. I was just kind of learning. I was still kind of learning at that time. Like I knew how to DJ at that point, but I just didn't know like how to do it well.
Yeah.
And I mean, I just kept going at it, and I would still come out here to DJ like 2019. I would come out to Bar West Social to DJ. I would do stuff with Diego too.
Yeah. How was the transitioning from like DJing that early
Pre-COVID
to after COVID?
Dude, so crazy. Yeah, like I was only DJing like once or twice a month, maybe 3 times a month. Like at bars and clubs.
And that was like your full income? I thought.
No.
Or was it just like something you were doing on the side?
No, it was something that I was doing on the side.
And now this just became your full time thing.
Yeah, so it's funny. I quit my day job. When was it? June of last year.
Okay.
I quit my day job June of last year, so I've been full-time DJing, and I kind of want to keep doing that and make it something bigger than just DJing locally.
Yeah.
Like I've been kind of investing my time in doing more like production and stuff like that. Trying to work with artists.
Stepping out of that comfort zone, huh?
Yeah, definitely.
Because I saw you. I think it was last year starting. You were going to Vegas a lot. You had some
I had
Vegas
gone to Vegas out to network a couple times. It's funny. I actually got a couple messages like from some people like, "Hey, yo, you want to come DJ?" The dates haven't really aligned or it came through, but like I'm like, okay, I'm doing something semi decently right, you know.
So now you're getting people reaching out to you.
Yeah, definitely. People have definitely reached out. Since I was in the Bay, you know, I was able to create a network, and then obviously here too, it's been great, you know, but exhausting nonetheless.
Yeah. So how was your transition? You know.
Oh, sorry. To answer your question, I kind of got sidetracked. So transitioning from like pre-COVID to after COVID, like post-COVID. I don't know, like right when everything opened up, it was just like a large
boom.
Like
Yeah.
I remember every club, every bar was just like so
Slammed.
packed. It was slammed.
Everybody was just anxious to come out.
Yeah, everybody wanted to go out, and that lasted, I don't know, like a cool 6 months maybe. Like the first 2-3 months was like the craziest.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's still like 6 months after that. But I think it was still pretty
we
crazy.
first met about 2020, right? When first Los Santos.
21, I think. Was it 21? When did like the quarantine end? I think it was 21.
21.
Yeah, June, like July of 21. I know it was like end of
I think
summer.
it was like April. I think April was like when they
Something
brought
like
it. Like
I'm pretty sure it was
everything
the end of summer. It was like August or July.
Okay.
I can't remember. But yeah, everything just like
Like open.
open.
Yeah, everybody's
And
just
at that
crazy about
time,
it.
I still was doing, or I wasn't doing, but I still hadn't like gotten booked like a whole month or like I thought I wasn't gonna DJ. I was like going out networking, and literally like 2-3 weeks after everything opened up, boom, like my calendar just like
Slammed.
yeah.
Well, yeah, because I think what really happened was a Latin boom of like reggaeton and like
Oh yeah.
artists, like that whole like culture shift. Yeah, I think 2020, 2021.
Yeah.
You know, Bad Bunny was starting to get really popular.
He dropped like 3 albums in a year. Like
yeah,
of course.
Yeah, damn, yeah, that.
Pretty smart.
Yeah.
I mean,
Everyone
all
was
you
just
can do at
consuming
home
it.
is just listen to music,
Yeah.
watch TV. Not much to do.
And a lot of like DJ like Latin artists was coming up. Was it Raul?
Raul Alejandro, yeah, he just had a concert here like last week.
Yeah,
That was pretty.
and
That
a
was
couple
pretty
other
good
like
concert.
pretty
You went
big
to it?
one.
I got to go to that one, yeah.
It was
did.
fun, yeah.
Oh, you got one too?
Yeah, I went.
Last minute tickets all the way up there, but it was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still fun.
It was a good time.
And like the whole Latin industry itself shifted really hard in America, especially California and Miami and some parts of Texas. And I was just seeing this like culture shock, pretty much where like it's like a whole different vibe from like the high demand now was like Latin DJ artists. or
Yeah.
Latin
Oh
DJs,
yeah, definitely.
like, coming
I
out
think that's
there.
what helped me out.
Because I know Prince Harry talked about the time he came to one of your events, and he was telling me that I think it was on the pod as well. He was like, and you start playing some like Latin songs, and like the whole crowd shifted,
Oh,
and then
interesting.
like it was like a whole different vibe.
Yeah.
And
So like right now, like one of my DJs that I use for my events, he's from the Bay Area too, so he plays more of that Bay Area music. But what I like to play at my events is more of like that Latin house, like that
Oh, okay.
house, Latin house music.
That's
And I feel
that's
I
popping
feel
too,
like that's
bro.
one thing that's popping, and here in Sacramento, not everybody's doing.
Onto yeah, bro. Like if you go to Miami Latin House, is
Yeah, it's huge.
Really?
Crazy.
What's like a Latin house vibe? It's like there's
Latin House
it's
like
a combo.
Gordo.
It's-
You remember Carnage?
So,
Oh yeah, Carnage.
He like rebranded as Gordo, and then there's this guy named Ugel. Like there's so many.
Dude, that guy. I feel like is it Hugo or Hugo?
Hugo.
I think, dude, that's kind of where I got the idea of it too. Like when I do my events, play Latin house, so it's more of like that pre-Hispanic sounds, like tribal, with like a little bit of techno.
Techno, like
Slow
almost like
techno,
Afrobeat
yeah.
too. Like it's just. I mean, Latin is a lot of stuff, you know.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like
And then if
so
you
many
play the
countries.
saxophone with it, it's a
Oh,
whole
yeah.
different thing.
Yeah,
Some
you
Tulum
should've
vibes.
been- yes, that's what it was. That
Bro.
was the vibe that I was going for, and it was perfect. I found a good DJ, found a good saxophone player. Shout out to Mixer EXO and Riccio. He fucks on the fucking saxophone.
Yeah.
He's good.
Yeah, I need to go to one of your events.
It was-
I've
it was
seen him.
good.
I've seen him post them. So
It was
I need
good,
to
man.
go.
Get a DJ.
Well, there you go.
Let's do it.
You know a DJ, huh?
Yeah, I know the DJ.
There you go. Now I gotta connect you with the saxophone player, man.
Yeah.
Start
That'd be dope.
something fresh out here in Sacramento.
Yeah, that'd
you
be
know?
awesome.
Yeah, talk about, you were saying before we got on, you said it was an interesting way you met Prince Harry too.
Oh yeah. So when I was living in Santa Rosa, Prince Harry, I think he had a friend that went to like the what was it, like Sonoma State out there, and there was like this local bar that I was at, and that's where I would DJ like 2 to 3 times like a month. That was like my residency, and that was kind of the only thing I was doing. I would come like to what was it, like Davis to Blondie's a few times. Like I said, I would kind of come out here before I had moved out here. I moved out here like late 21 or early 21, I should say. But where was I going with this? Oh yeah, so when I met Prince Harry, he was trying to get into that bar because that girl was like, "Hey, you should DJ at this spot." And so he goes up to the owner, I guess, and then the owner's like, "Hey, we'll talk to Kemisst." And then the owner asked me, "Hey, can I give this kid like your number?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, that's fine." And so yeah, he got my contact. He called me. He's like, "Hey man, I'm trying to DJ here. Blah blah. My name's Prince Harry." I was like, "Yeah man, I can bring you on whenever." So I brought him on 2 to 3 times. And dude, each time he killed it.
Yeah.
But there was this one night where we both were kind of going back to back. We were like mixing. He would play a song, I'd play a song. We were going like that.
Back to back.
Bro, that night was crazy, and it was like a little like bar, you know. But that's kind of how I met him, and then since then,
And it was
bro.
like pretty packed because it was like a small lodge over there. Or?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh,
it was
like
packed.
one of the few.
Yeah, it was one of the few. Like there was a competing bar across the street, and then actually one down the street as well. So it was like 3 bars all in one, street. But yeah, when I met him, or when we were DJing together, you know, like we just became friends, and since then we talk all the time.
Yeah.
Like, I'll call him. I think last time I called him was like 2-3 weeks ago, but now the kid's busy. You know, he just moved out to Florida.
Yeah.
So.
Was it Florida?
Yeah, Orlando.
Orlando.
Yeah, to be specific.
Yeah, we.
I don't hear him spilling his tea.
I mean, he told us on the pod he was moving out to Orlando.
That's cool.
He was gonna try something different.
Yeah, but that's my guy, bro.
But I think he's coming out.
Yeah, next week.
Is it next weekend?
Next week, the 20th.
20th.
Yeah, graduation week. The park. I think that's a size flyer.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've been super tight since.
Yeah. So that was another question I had for you too. Is like coming from that local small bar into now you moved to Sac, and then being here. How was like that different shock for you, or like from small gigs to like all these other big gigs, and then you can like tell like the audience or like local DJs are coming up or trying to get ready for it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess even prior to like the pandemic, I had done like a social and a few like large clubs.
Okay.
But it was like 1 or 2. I was barely like getting my foot in the door. And again, I think the biggest thing or like the transition was on when everything opened up, and especially because Latin like just blew up, and I don't know how I got like sucked into like the Latin scene. I mean, I've always been around it, and it's part of my culture, of course.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like I kind of just got like indicted to it, like. But it's dope. I love it. Like it's honestly booming, and it's great.
Yeah, I was like, because I didn't really know that much like that culture was really out there, because I know just cumbia,
there's
like,
cumbia
and everything else, and then like reggaeton was like on its.
Yeah, it was on its way up.
And then I didn't know like any other like the only other Latin like really popular songs that I hear was just
Suavemente, like and
that, and then like anything that
That's more like merengue.
who's the ball guy? 305.
Pitbull.
Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide, and then Daddy Yankee was the only like 2 major streams that I hear in the club all the time, and now all these other artists are coming up, and it's like a whole different like vibe now. And then
Well, have you noticed that all these like artists that play reggaeton are now jumping into like the Mexican scene? It's like
dude, like the banda scene, or like to be more specific, like the corrido scene, like just what they call regional Mexican music.
Yeah,
it's just booming right now. It's going even crazier. But
I mean, they did that collab with the Bad Bunny. I forgot the band's name.
Which one? Oh yeah.
Grupo Frontera.
Grupo Frontera,
Yeah, that was Grupo Prima, but somebody said that.
But I mean, they're popping too. I mean, they have a lot of great songs.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a great artist, but I think he kind of did it for like to apologize, you know, 'cause he fucked up.
On what, dating?
Wait, what? Oh, Kendall?
Yeah. Like everybody was hating on him because of that, and he's like, all right, let me try to fix this. So he just drops a song with them.
I mean, I don't really care that much about that.
There do I, but I'm like,
Before we move on to something else, like any other subject, I do want to give a shout out to like El Santo, because like
shout out El Santo.
Shout out to El Santo.
Oh, yeah, Manny and Sam. Shout you guys out.
Yeah, shout out to Manny and Sam. They dude, honestly they really helped me out.
Yeah,
I think that's
what
what
spot in Sacramento too.
Yeah, that was like one of the first
I mean,
like,
straight.
I mean, there's mangoes too, of course, but
I mean,
yeah,
mangoes is cool.
It had its time.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
When you're like 18.
Yeah. I felt that was the spot when I was 18. Going there, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's the only place I could go in. But other than that, I just kind of started dying off slowly. And
Yeah.
other places you can just venture off, you know, have way better vibes.
Where I was going with that was that like I was already getting booked like a lot, both here and in the Bay, but as my career has gone or like has transitioned, there was like obviously different like steps, like stepping stones, but I would say El Santo was what really like
Put you up here.
I mean just in general, like a lot of noise. I remember the first night I DJed El Santo, I gained like 40 followers, like or plus. I don't even remember. I didn't count them all, but I just remember seeing like so many people like following me. Yeah, and I was like, what the heck?
Yeah, because I think that was the first night I really met you. That one night you were there.
Yeah. It was like for like my birthday. I was like, I had nothing going on, and I was like, I'm down to DJ, and then we did it, and it went crazy.
Was it just a random caller, like, hey, can you come
No,
here?
so
or you guys had something?
How did you get
how did I get in there?
Yeah, how you recommended?
So I think I was already working with like Brian and Diego at the time.
Yeah.
And what happened? Oh, and then it's funny. So I think the a couple weeks before I DJed that night at El Santo, I was supposed to go to Reno to DJ, and I had that Friday off. Yeah, so I was DJing on Saturday, and then Friday I went to El Santo to go meet him, and I had already talked to Brian. Hey, like, what's good with El Santo? Like, let's work. And then I showed up, and met like most of the staff, and made it happen. And since then, man, it just went crazy.
Crazy. Because I remember that night because it was.
That's where I met you, right?
Yeah, that's one of the first times we met. And just like creating that vibe, because I know there was a problem that early because we didn't really have any good Latin DJs, and they had like like how you said, like a Latin / like EDM vibe type of thing, and it wasn't like what they were trying to create. It was more like just Latin reggaeton, and then at the end we do some like cumbia, baila,
to end the night.
And the night, you know how it is.
Yeah. But honestly, we didn't have a good nightclub in general.
Well, a Latin nightclub,
you know? Latin nightclub.
Because there was like we had a huge Latin community here in Sac.
Of course.
They went to the other bars. They played those couple hit Latin songs, and we just have a dedicated.
Someone representing kind of like
represent
the culture.
The whole culture itself.
Yeah.
And I thought that like whole aspect of it, because those nights were like I don't know, you've seen those nights where it's like line out the whole.
Yeah.
White.
Dude, I had so much fun going there. It was dope.
And it was a vibe, and the thing, and I know Brian's now bringing it to D30 out on Latin Fridays.
Yeah.
Do you think it's still the same, or things changed?
It's still kind of still the same.
I mean,
pretty similar.
Yeah, pretty similar.
But I feel like every DJ now has like that. Now they play Bad Bunny because everyone's now.
Yeah, I think everyone's kind of more tuned in to.
Do you think it'll get played out?
Eventually, I think like everything gets played out.
Yeah, I think they're going to do be the couple hits, like Pitbull has his couple hits that everyone still sings to.
Yeah.
I know Bad Bunny probably has his a couple hits that everyone will still sing to.
You could only hear the little like drums going back and forth like for so long,
Yeah, I mean, after a while, after me working at those clubs and everything else, I almost started speaking Spanish. I didn't know English.
I don't know why you're not fluent right now.
I'm not. I just know how to speak Bad Bunny. That's it. But
yeah, man.
And then I was sad when everything happened.
Yeah,
especially that incident, the shooting, really tore it down.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So that night, I was actually leaving, and I walked past the store.
Oh, you were there?
Store. I wasn't there. I was actually at Tiger.
Oh.
So I was waiting for my Uber, but my Uber was across that whole street. It's closed off. So I had to walk towards the end, walk past the Sharif store, and then once I get into the car, drive off. It sounds like, I don't know, just some loud bangs. And then after that, it sounded like more and more. I'm like, oh shoot, I'm like, step on it. I'm not the guy that wants to stay here and find out,
Yeah.
If something happened, I'll just find out later on. And
I didn't work that night. I had a birthday event.
I don't remember
Actually,
where I was at.
Me and you had a job.
We worked together.
We
I
worked
think,
that
day.
early Saturday, and I was like, "Oh, I'm not going. I can't work at Santos because you said you might go over there." That's crazy because we did have the sushi event,
Yeah.
and I recorded him, and I was like, "Oh no, I have my a cousin's birthday, a friend's birthday, I
Something
forget what
like
it
that. I
is."
know something happened.
And I left and went to that, and I was like, "Damn, that happened the next day." I just remembered like fucking 30 people messaging me and calling me that morning. Hey, are you okay or not? I was like, damn. I was like, yeah, no, I didn't go out that weekend. I don't know
Yeah.
if you were doing anything that weekend.
No, I don't think I was. I don't think I was there. I don't really recall.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to El Santos, you know, putting a Latin culture or a more Latin vibe in Sacramento,
Yeah.
and really creating that, opened that door for you
Yeah, definitely.
because.
I'm pretty sure there's something else cooking. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
There's something
That's
else
what I heard
cooking.
too. Something is cooking in the works.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Can't say anything right
No,
now, but
but there's something cooking. And I'm pretty sure you're gonna be part of it.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure you're gonna be part of it.
Yeah, I'm happy and I'm glad that like I've been a part of like I guess that new transition, or not even transition, but like that boom in the Latin scene. Like I said, I've been trying to do more production and like move forward with my career. And I'm actually in a way trying to invest more in like
so what is more? What are you trying to?
so more, I guess, like there's a lot of things, and there's a lot of lanes and like I guess things you could do to elevate like your brand. Like a lot of people use their skill to elevate their brand. A lot of people use their image to elevate their brand.
Because I know we had we had Prince Harry where he moved to Orlando to elevate himself, just to get a lot of different vibes and everything else to create. We had DJ Eddie where she started becoming an artist.
An artist,
singer.
yeah.
So she started singing,
Yeah.
producing her own music too. So what's in it for you then? What are you trying
Yeah,
to do?
I'm kind of going.
I feel like you're in the same boat,
route.
right?
Yeah, I'm kind of going that same route. Shout out to DJ Eddie. I probably won't be singing it. I have a horrible voice, you know.
Nothing
But-
but auto-tune can fix.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
true.
You can start singing some baila or something like that.
Something,
or,
huh?
Something like that, because they have.
Or like a
decent
couple
voices.
of DJs, they just say like a few bars, like they'll pull like
Yeah,
two
yeah.
or three, like I don't know, like a nice little bar, and then they'll make it into like a house song or something like that.
I mean,
you
that's
know?
kind of the lane I'm not gonna lie that I'm trying to
You know,
take.
production and writing.
Yeah, definitely. I think that was my first passion before like DJing. I remember like what was it? Like my cousin and like a few people, we would like just mess around like freestyling and like battle rapping each other. Like we would just cap on each other, right? But it was just kind of like for fun. Like we didn't really take that serious. But with the production and like the writing and the stuff that I want to do, I definitely think I could make something out of it. I've met like a lot of people down in LA and even in the Bay that are like sound engineers, artists, and so I think like there's an opportunity for me. But I mean, there's a lot of work to be done.
Yeah, no.
I feel like those opportunities just come to you once you step out of your comfort zone. So once
Yeah.
you start, like once you get out of Sacramento, for example, you go venture off in LA. I'm pretty sure. just
Well, I've been
being
to
out
LA
there-
already. I've DJed out there a couple times.
Yeah, but meeting all these people,
Oh, yeah,
meeting
yeah.
all these new artists, I'm pretty sure just by being around these people,
It'll
they'll
inspire
guide
what
you
you're doing.
to your own path. You know, not
Yeah.
necessarily to what they're doing, but
Mm-hmm.
just being around them, they'll kind of give you like a guidance of where you
Where do I
want
want to go? Yeah, definitely. And that's kind of where I was trying to say more. Like more as in like maybe take a 1 or 2 gigs less, fly out or drive out to LA, drive out, fly out to Miami.
Experience.
Yeah,
what's
yeah.
up there, meet some people.
Yeah, and then I mean with that experience that I get from out there, I want to bring it back here to the Bay and like just all of NorCal. I feel like it would be great.
Yeah, because NorCal, I think there's really nothing. I mean, we have San Francisco,
San Francisco,
the Bay, and then
San
here,
Jose, yeah.
and then like after you get out of Sacramento, you have Chico,
yeah.
and then that's after that. Anything north is like it's farm
Do you,
town.
do you think like the DJ scene's a little bit saturated? Like there's too many DJs that people can't really stand out, or like what would make a DJ different than you know? What would make a DJ stand out? You know?
I think, well, like I kind of mentioned it earlier. Like some people will use like their skill to stand out. Some will use like their branding or their look.
Okay.
You know, some people might use like their personality. Like they're super funny, or like I don't know, they could, I don't know, do like memes or what. There's so many like ways to do it. I don't think there's a one fixed way. And it's kind of funny because a lot of older DJs, they have like a very fixed mindset that, oh, you gotta be good, you gotta know how to do the XYZ only to be like a good DJ and be in the clubs. And in a way I kind of agree, but then I disagree just because
Every
like,
city is different.
Yeah, every city and every scene, and things just evolve, you know.
Yeah.
It's not just DJing anymore. It's like it's a business. It's you like obviously you do your cooking, right? You're just the sushi. Okay, so you obviously have a brand, right?
Yeah, it's starting.
It's starting, but
from from nothing, it just kind of became a brand, you know. So I never thought it would be a brand.
Become one, yeah.
So I just kind of went with the process, and eventually I'm like, oh shit, now I have to put like a stamp to it. Now it has to be something, you know.
But then I mean it evolves, right?
Of course.
So I mean that's kind of how I see it. Like I think to stand out, you definitely have to have a little bit of everything, but mainly I think like your branding and obviously your skill. You have to provide that.
Yeah, definitely branding's something that'll set you apart from everyone else, you know. Because say you step out, people will know, oh, it's Jeffrey. Like for example, I came in here, he said he knew me, but I didn't. You shake a lot of people. I'm pretty sure you shake a lot of people's hands.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And it's something that's hard to recognize people's like.
Remember. Yeah.
I sometimes had to act like, oh shoot, like, hey, what's up, man? But in reality, it's just, I don't know who you are, you know. But I mean, that's part of it, you know. You shake a lot of hands, you meet a lot of people, and it's not to hurt anyone's feelings, but you just kind of have to act like.
Yeah, I mean,
what's up, man? How you been? You know.
And sometimes that branding will help. Like they'll be like, oh, like what's this guy's name, or like this DJ's name?
Yeah.
I know he does a lot of Latin stuff, or I know he does a lot of hip hop stuff. What's his name? Yeah. And then one or two things, they will be, oh, that's DJ so and so, or that's this person.
So branding is definitely key. Like for you too, your brand. You started your own stuff. Did you start when I started as well, or did you already have something?
I had basic stuff, marketing stuff with the sparkling wine stuff.
Yeah.
And then COVID hit. That's when I started doing my own thing because we had to shut down and everything. So I had to, evolve and do something different.
Yeah.
Because and then everyone during COVID became a content creator, and so started filming or shooting stuff for people or building content, because the number one right now for marketing is content. I went to school for marketing, so creating products, showing it to the audience, and then creating that engaging stuff where people will do clicks, because you don't get any clicks, you don't hit yourselves, because I think they said for every 100 clicks you get 1%, most returns. So, and then you get 500 clicks, 1%, that's a lot. So, and from there it's just like I tell people this: once you create a business, you should have two brands: your business brand and your personal brand, but they're both the same. When you start your own restaurant or start a DJ, start your own clothing brand or something like that, where you have your personal and your business. So once your business gets high enough and you have the audience, you have both audience now, you have double the audience of the same audience. So just in case, like say eventually you want to sell your business. You sell your business,
still have a brand.
But you still have your brand, which is your personal brand, which now you can start another business or whatever you want, and you have to take your audience with you. That's been a number one thing I've been telling other restaurants or anything else or any other business that are out there. It's like you should start your own two brands, personal and business, so then you have that audience can still follow you, because then you have a core audience and then you have your business audience, but they can still intertwine, but there's always still, they support you, revenue and everything else. So that's the number one way I tell people to grow.
That's a good
number
tip.
one right now is like since TikTok and since the social media era, there's been a lot of spike on they call it CEO creators, where they started creating and showing their business on themselves doing their business, because no one really back then showed the CEO of a business. You know, they showed the product, what they did, and everything else. And now you have the CEO talking to you straight, directly, and that makes a more core audience from you and your consumer one-on-one.
I just started seeing that more often now with like the watch industry.
Yeah.
Like now these guys are making videos of how they're selling watches and making the profit, how they're flipping it, ins and outs of it. So now they're teaching you how to make money. You don't have to go to school. So
yeah, I also tell people too, I was like, you just being out there and showing what you're trying to create. Like the number one thing for content right now is behind the scenes.
The process.
The process. Behind the scenes. You do the process, video, behind the scenes stuff, and then you end it, and then your next video like, oh, where's the final? Where's the final? And you get another cut. And then you have 2 viral videos. So that's the number one thing. Like I was telling you, I see DJs all the time doing their live posts or just like them recording when the.
I've been going on live a lot.
I see that. I was like, that's good, because it helps engage your audience too, and it creates that connection. Like, oh, this is where you want today. Now, if I'm in the area, oh, we can get in with Kemisst in. But I know they're trying to get the plug, but you're DJing. But so that's what I've been seeing a lot of DJ videos where they come out, they do their crazy transition, and then when the drops. The crowd goes wild, and that's something I would recommend you try doing it.
Dude, I have the what's it called, the GoPro in my bag.
Oh yeah.
And then like I'll show up, I'll start shaking hands, I'll like
you just gotta
get into it. They're like, yeah, shots, and like I'm just like in the moment, and then like I set up, and then like I zone out, like I'm like into it. I'm so like in the zone, and so now I need to take a step back and like just set up. And then worry about all the other stuff later.
Yeah, just get that GoPro clamp where you just clamp it and have a GoPro.
I have like a little tripod.
Yeah. You
might maybe the clamp might be better. It's sturdier because.
Well, it's just like it's like 3 feet. It's like a little clamp, and you can just like clamp it as like a little vice grip. So you can just clamp it there and have it like because on the GoPro you can view it from your phone too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I have the app and everything.
Yeah. So. Dude, that's get on it, man.
I know.
You can go viral pretty fast.
Right?
And those Vegas gigs would be pretty.
Yeah, that'd be dope. Yeah, man. That's another thing. I'm trying to get it like out of town more often, and like I should say more like out of the state, which I've done a few times. But it's super fun just going out somewhere else and something different, because they don't consume music, or people don't consume music the same way. Actually, let me backtrack. They don't listen to a lot of the same stuff, because a lot of stuff here is like kind of like regional.
Yeah.
You know, like a lot of people here maybe listen to. I don't know if they still listen to like Bay Area stuff.
I heard Josh. He was telling me when they DJ in San Diego, they rarely get Bay Area music.
Oh yeah.
Like they don't even play it. And
they probably listen to a little bit more like LA music. But
yeah, because I said when he was telling me like once they play those music, it goes crazy because they rarely get it.
Bro, it's funny. This Sunday, a friend of mine, he was DJing in San Francisco with me. Shout out to Your Worst. Well, this is actually his brand.
Oh shit.
I rock it all the time. He's a homie of mine. But he goes by like the Worst Boys or whatever.
Oh yeah, Worst Boys. That's really not bad.
But anyways, where was I going with this? Oh, he played like a song that's from LA. Like you drop it in LA, and it's like everyone just goes crazy. It's like if someone dropped, let's say for example, maybe Blow the Whistle or something more like Bay Area, right? And hardly anyone knew it.
Oh,
you know,
really?
so like if you go to LA, like you got to study. You really got to study.
Yeah, different crowds.
Yeah, I went to North Carolina. What was it? The beginning of the year. And I didn't know what animal I was facing, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it was kind of like damn, like I didn't know like how to.
North Carolina.
Yeah, I went to North Carolina. Shout out to my boy Ricky. He took me out there. And I mean I knew kind of what to go in with, but that dude's a cool dude, and he was just like he gave me a full bottle for myself. I'm like, dude, I'm not drinking that. And then so like,
what kind of vibe is North Carolina?
North Carolina, dude, they're ready to party.
There's a lot of green out there too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But yeah, they're ready to party. Like, I feel like here.
Where
like,
Duke is too.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Sacramento's always ready to party.
We're talking about North Carolina, but yeah, Sac is always
Dude, the North Carolina is a whole different beast. I don't know how to explain it. Like,
you were by the college?
well, I was in this town called Winston. So in Winston, I don't know how big the town is, but I don't think it's bigger than like Charlotte or like Greensboro.
Mm-hmm.
And those are kind of like the bigger cities that I know of.
Yeah.
But yeah, either way, like that club or like that bar had the line like down the street, and like you could just tell people were just pounding shots. Like, I don't know, it was the vibe was just different.
No, that's good. So what's next for you then? What's
Next? Well, kind of just going out of town to DJ.
DJ.
And then kind of drop some music, you know. I think those are the first two.
Oh, you guys are okay.
I didn't notice, sorry.
Very good.
Those would be like the first two things. There's other stuff, I guess, in 5 years that I would like to accomplish. But I think the most immediate things are just like trying to get out of town, do some traveling, and drop some original music. I want to go to Mexico, like, and DJ. That'd be dope.
That'd be sick.
Tulum, maybe, like Cabo.
That'd be pretty
Do you
dope.
think it's hard to get
Guadalajara.
into those kind of?
Hard?
In
I don't.
that
You know,
scene?
I think you just gotta know the right people.
It's all about who you know, huh?
Yeah. I mean, again, like your brand and like your skill will get you there too, but I think mainly like just knowing the right people.
You also have to like play like a certain genre. You gotta know where you're gonna play,
Yeah,
right? You
and
have
then
to
it
know.
goes back to kind of like what I was
know
saying,
your
like,
area.
You gotta
Yeah.
know where you're gonna play.
yeah, like if
So-
it Tulum, I mean, depending on the clubs, right? But I'm sure like certain spaces, it's like super house music. like,
Yeah.
I've been getting into that a lot, like lately. I mean, I still listen to damn near everything, but yeah,
I feel like
house music is me.
that's a good route. That's what I listen to every day. But I feel like that's like the next big thing, you know.
Mhm.
Like right now too. Was it Sunday that they had like a
Oh, the day party?
Day party.
What is that? The thing that had, what this?
Oh, this 916?
Weren't you guys here?
like
Nah, I wasn't. I
those
couldn't
events
go.
are getting more massive
Yeah.
by the years.
And they play. They had a couple big DJs there too.
Who'd they have? I didn't even look at the lineup.
Damn, what's his name?
I need to meet who's
They had a couple
throwing that. I'm
big
trying
DJs
to-
they had over there. Well, they had this over there, but they had the bigger ones over here at the rail yards.
Mhm.
They had a couple.
There was, I don't know, it was like Diplo or someone like even
Diplo?
like
They had Diplo.
super big that
They
was
had
supposed to come.
Diplo, and then
But then there was like a whole bunch of rain, and then like they suspended it.
yeah.
It was like when there was like
I
that
think
huge
it
storm.
came last year, but they did have the was that the railroad
I
tracks?
think so.
Yeah, I think he came last year.
Maybe.
Kevin Harris. They didn't have Kevin Harris. What's that other DJ that sings Dancing Party all the time? Or Dancing Queen?
Dancing Queen?
Damn. What's his name?
Oh, she knows.
I'm trying to remember.
Siri knows everything.
Yeah, she knows. I think you're gonna hit up like another friend or something.
So, where you at next week?
Next week.
Well, this gets posted next week, so.
Right, so
the next weekend, yeah.
next weekend, jeez, I don't even know. Oh, I'm gonna be at Pure. I don't know if you guys have heard of Pure nightclub.
In
Sunnyvale?
Sunnyvale?
Yeah, like huge, like EDM DJs go like they've had Pauly D. Actually, they have like YG and like good performers there.
Okay.
But I'm going with.
You know about it, Sammy? You out there? Sunnyvale?
No,
Here?
I'm going to Sunnyvale.
It's literally right next
I
to.
said
It's,
the area or the Peninsula or Palo Alto area.
Oh.
well, it's literally like San Jose. It's
Yeah,
like the
San
next
Jose.
town over. It's just that.
Everybody tells me that San Jose is actually like
It's-
the
bro.
best place to actually party.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
San
like-
Jose got like 10 out of 10 baddies. Like,
Yeah.
what do you call you laughing? That's a fact.
That's so funny.
But, so, is that next week at the following weekend?
The
20th?
following weekend.
It's 20th, right?
Yes, that's the 19th. I don't think I have anything on the 20th. They got canceled, I think. And then the 26th and
Or the
27th.
following weekend?
So the following weekend, I'm actually off. It's a friend's. Well, it's like a couple friends' graduations, like their graduation party. So I'm actually gonna take that time off.
Well, then, guys, just look up DJ Kemisst on his social
Yeah,
and see where he's
it's,
at in the next couple weeks.
At KEMISST _.
Yeah. And then,
Yeah.
anything else you guys want to shout out?
I mean, shout out to you guys for having me. You know,
Anytime.
glad I was.
Thank you for having me on your podcast. It's my first podcast,
I feel like
so it was actually kind of chill.
Yeah, it was dope.
I had a good time.
I feel like we could have talked about so many other things. I think we were just flowing. We were just going.
It's good. I mean, usually try to shoot for
the first one.
Yeah, we'll say we're gonna do a part 2 soon or what?
So, yeah, in the next couple of weeks then, because we have a couple more events coming up, and a lot more podcasts coming up.
So we're not a lot to talk about too. All these events that are coming up too.
Yeah,
so talk about the fucking stories that. I have a lot of stories too, like that happen after events, like stuff.
Yeah,
like
we'll definitely have a one-on-one with Chef Ray.
Let me be the co-host for that one.
You want to be co-host?
Let me be the co-host for that one. That would be awesome.
That'll be fun.
But yeah, and Chef Ray or Mr. Ray, you want to make shout outs or anything? Any events? Do you have big events coming up, or maybe?
Yeah, I need to make it to one of yours.
Not recent. These are more like private.
Yeah, usually they're private.
Usually right now they're private, but I do have one that I'm planning to do on September.
Yeah.
I don't know the exact date, but I'll definitely keep you guys posted on what it'll be about and timing and stuff like that. But I have some crazy ideas coming up for that day.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, if you guys want to hire a private sushi chef, Chef Ray's the man.
He's your guy.
Let me know. I also do different menus, but that's what I advertise more. But sushi is what I sell, so
Yeah.
hit me up. If you want to have any type of food, any type of sushi, I got you.
Yeah. Tomahawk steaks.
Anything.
Beautiful.
Anything you want, I got you.
Yeah. Well, thank you for watching the company. Well, we have good company at the company.
Yeah, that was solid.
Thank you for having me, dude. I didn't realize like that. Like that went by so quick.
Type shit.
Yeah, that went by so quick.
I feel like we were too PG.
Yeah, we were.